Hello and welcome to our first and only Challenge Mock Presidential Debate. Brought to you by the Challenge News Network. CNN, your one and only place for challenge-related news. I would like to welcome our three presidential candidates, George Washington, Teddy Roosevelt, and John F. Kennedy. Thank you for agreeing to this debate, gentlemen. Our first question will be directed at Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington, what kind of laws would you like to see passed if you were elected president?
If I was elected president, I would take care of sick animals.
Mr. Roosevelt, the same question.
Would pass the laws of trying to stop the pollution by getting rid of big buildings that could put off pollution, and as well as that, try as hard as we can to make more copies of individual cars that are original enough to make the cars not pollute at all.
Mr. Kennedy, what kind of laws would you like to see passed if you were elected president?
If I was elected president, I would pass laws that would make other people treat each other fairly and not judge each other by their skin color.
Well done, gentlemen. On to the next question. This time we'll start with Mr. Roosevelt. Mr. Roosevelt, why are you a good representative of your party's platform?
I think we're a good representative because we can help you try to have a better life without pollution. This way we can breathe better air. We only have so much of it.
Well done. Mr. Washington, the same question.
And I love animals because I was raised on a farm and took care of all the sick animals that were there.
And finally, Mr. Kennedy, why are you a good representative of your party's platform?
I'm a good representative for my political party, Everyone Matters, because I'm kind, I help other people, and work to pass civil rights laws.
Well, we've come to the last question of our debate, and we're going to start with Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, who did you choose as your vice presidential running mate, and why?
I chose Elizabeth Cady Stanton because she was kind and worked hard to ensure that women had rights.
Well answered, sir. Mr. Washington, the same question.
Finally, I chose Dr. Paul for my vice president because he takes care of sick animals and injured animals. That is what I would do if I were elected president.
And finally, Mr. Roosevelt, who did you choose for your vice presidential running mate and why?
We chose Ralph Nader as our vice president because he represents pollution and how he solved it. This is how we are going to be successful. This is why we chose our vice president as Ralph Nader.
Thank you for joining us for the first and only Challenge News Network Mock Presidential Election Debate. Thank you and good night.